Tanna, would you like to come on and share when people have nerve damage? Tell us what happened.
Yes, I'd be happy to, because these products are changing my life every day. Where do I begin? Hurricane Sally struck us here, and 2 days later, when I'm out cleaning up everything, all the mess it leaves afterwards, come in and get cleaned up. Had to take a cold shower because we don't have any hot water during those times. So when I got out of the shower, I had this explosion in my head. That's all I can describe it. I almost like the little emoji that has a lady with the head exploding, because it's kind of how I felt that day. It was like a big giant rubber band pop. A couple minutes later, my son was due in from out of town with generators, and I was able to stay standing, looked in the mirror, didn't have the starts with an S, but everything was still straight on my face. Let's put it that way. So I kind of thought maybe that hadn't happened, but something happened. My son came in after he got everything hooked up and said, I think we better go to the hospital. So he dropped me off. They finally saw me, did a scan, and said, oh my goodness, you've had an explosion in your head. It's like trying to tell you that. Got me over to a place that had the proper care. Next day, they wanted to do surgery to repair. So you mean, you're kind of not in a position to do anything but follow what they say. Now I think maybe I would have rethought that. I didn't know any better. So in the process, to fix your brain, they go in through your groin, which is kind of strange to me, but they have a little pathway they follow, and they did. And in the process of what they have to do to get in there, they did something to the giant nerve that runs down my leg. They didn't know it at the time, but before I was released from the hospital, I kept saying, I'm in severe pain in this leg. They fix their things, so they aren't really thinking about the rest of your body. Sent me out to rehab, and rehab could not handle my pain, sent me back to the hospital after a week. A Vimy Relief Plus might have been a really great thing to have there. I don't know. Discovered that I had big, giant collection of that beautiful red liquid that runs through our body collected in my leg. So another surgery to get all that out of there. Between all those surgeries, the damage was done. So now I have no feeling from the groin down to my ankle, but I am able to walk. Thank the Lord. From the ankle on down to the sole of my foot, I have feeling. We are hoping these Vimy products will help heal that nerve eventually. In the meantime, when I stand for very long or walk for very far, there's a rope the size of a nerve in your leg that burns like a fire. The Vimy Plus Relief is the first thing I've found that will relieve that. I can go stand for a couple hours, and after about an hour and a half to 2 hours, I need a few sprays, but hey, I can keep on going, and that's a blessing. I have 7 grandchildren to chase, and I need to keep on going. So that's kind of my story, or that's all, not all my story. That's the story in progress.
Awesome. Thank you, Tanna, for sharing that.